Shanghai, the world today is enough to make some people want to get up and just run to the ends of the earth, so that's what Ki Marcus decided to do. Troubled by what he sees as growing bigotry and division in the world, the German management consultant gave up a successful business to run the ancient Silk Road from Hamburg to Shanghai in a quixotic quest to show that we are all one. 9 months, 8 countries, 12,000 kilometers and 2 fractured heel bones later, Marcus hobbled across a symbolic finish line in Shanghai on Saturday with a feeling of mission accomplished. Okay, the world is turning crazy, you have to do something, the 45-year-old said. If I want to talk about prejudice, I'm nobody who will listen to me. So I thought about what I could do to wake up some people. Others have driven or biked overland from China to Europe. But Marcus, whose wife is Chinese, could find no one who had run the route from sea to sea. Why not connect Europe and China along the Silk Road, which is in all people's minds at the moment, he said, referring to Chinese leader Xi Jinping's promotion of a revived East-West trade and cultural corridor. But Marcus, who won't specify his politics to avoid riling sponsors, is not a runner, and he got far more than he bargained for on an odyssey chronicled via Instagram, Facebook and his website runmysilkroad.com. Marcus set out in March followed by friend Victor Neubauer, who drove a black 1984 Volkswagen Beetle towing a camper van stuffed with protein powder, thousands of nutritional supplement pills and other supplies. He ran in a freezing Russian spring and 52 Celsius heat, 125 Fahrenheit, in China's Taklamakan Desert, through painful shin splints and stomach ailments, and 4 dozen pairs of running shoes. Marcus once ran through the night in a Chinese sandstorm when there was no accommodation available, and he nearly turned back several times when unforeseen costs or suspicious border officials blocked the way. They check more because we came in with a fancy car and a stupid idea, he said. The first time he heard his now 18-month-old son say, "Daddy," was on a bittersweet video call. Halfway through China, their faithful Beetle's exhausted engine finally died. The car's corpse will be shipped back home. Then, in late September, a freak stumble while running in China's central Hubei province broke both of Marcus' heel bones. The incident made Chinese state news broadcasts, sent some sponsors fleeing and seemed like the end. But that's not my style, and Victor, that's also not his style, said Marcus, who spends most of his time in a recovery wheelchair. With Neubauer gamely stepping in to run, they continued with a mix of running and other transportation, but only after the mulish Marcus insisted on having his foot surgery in China, resisting family pressure to return home because he felt it would betray the spirit of his culture bridge run. The generosity of strangers kept Marcus going, like the poor Belarus couple that slept on their sofa so the Germans could have their beds. No German would do that, Marcus said.